Alright, new year, new rhythm game challenge. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while, I've been really busy. Okay, but to be honest, I just moved back into my apartment in Chicago, and classes have begun, but in my free time, I've taken a liking to streaming, twitch.tv/itsNato, and playing Osu. I wanted to conquer this demon that had been haunting me ever since the last rhythm game challenge, and play 7 days straight of Osu, and see how I can improve. Full disclosure to anyone who really cares. This is not the first time I've ever played Osu. When I first started this challenge, I could play at least 2-star maps with some level of competence. Here's my play graph on my profile. So, 136 plays in October, and then boom, 971 plays in December, when I started this challenge. Also, I don't know what songs are and are not copywritten, and I would love for this video to stay on YouTube. So sadly, you will have to listen to different music than the map that's playing in the background, and I'm sorry for that. Now, before I get to this challenge, I would like to talk about the game Osu itself for anyone watching who has not played it before. It is a rhythm game that was a replica of a game on the Nintendo DS called Elite Beat Agents, which had the same premise as Osu. You would use your stylus to tap on circles that would come onto your screen, and could click and drag the other longer notes called sliders. So, to emulate this, many people that play Osu use a drawing tablet themselves. Since I'm a broke bitch, I will be using a mouse through this entire challenge. This simple premise would create one of the most difficult games I have ever played, and honestly, one of the most enjoyable. Rhythm games are something special in a way, because I can play a game listening to any music that I want to, and listening to that music is a part of the gameplay. There's something to clicking along to a beat that can become so alluring. I don't really know, man. Anyways, enough about what I feel. On to the challenge. Day 1 was honestly a really chill day. I was adjusting to coming back from a short break after my 100 or so plays the month before, but I really got back into the swing of things. Also, a quick benchmark for anyone who cares, I started this challenge at 207 pp. Some people stopped by the chat and gave me some good maps to play and some longer maps to help me build some stamina. I was able to FC a couple of the 2.1 and 2.2 star maps and was really starting to feel myself. Another fun thing about streaming is the fact that I could create multi-lobbies. Some people in the chat could join and play along. Honestly, they were super helpful and would at first pick maps that I could play along with. Of course, near the end, we would play some crack shit that I could not even keep up with, but in reality, they were all really fun maps. On day 2, I started to get a hang of more of the weirder features for a new player. I was able to hit doubles, not with the best accuracy, but I feel like I could do them more consistently. I was able to pass my first 3-star map, even though it was just a B. I started to feel a bit more confident in how I was playing, and FC'd a couple more of the higher 2-star difficulties that had been bugging me the day prior. One big thing that was recommended to me was to lower my mouse sensitivity, and it really helped me control my aim better and prevent the weird shaking that I was doing before. On day 3, I was trying to push myself outside my comfort zone. I noticed that I was feeling really confident in the 2-star range and was FC'ing most of the maps that I played. I felt confident in my accuracy in these maps as well, and I really wanted to make the jump to playing some 3-star maps. This is when I really started to feel the effects of the difficulty spikes that are present within Osu and other rhythm games. At first, it was a little discouraging that I felt like I could play any 2-star map, but even maps in the 3.1 and 3.2 star difficulty had me barely passing. But, as I have gotten better, and even through this challenge, I realized that this difficulty spike that I felt was a good thing. It was almost like this gate telling me that I had to work harder and play more to be able to feel more confident when I reached that skill level. I think this is a game design that rhythm games do very well. Every time you feel like you've conquered something, there is always a bigger fish, and when you conquer that fish, there's always an even bigger one. But, when you go back and play some of the maps that you used to struggle with, and breeze through them with high accuracy and higher combos, for me, the mastery of this game is really the reward. Watching as my hard work paid off really helped me throughout the later days. On day 4, I had set my goal for this challenge. I was determined that I wanted to be able to FC a 3.5 star map at the end of day 7. I started to play those 3.1 to 3.3 star maps that were so intimidating just a day ago and get going at them over and over and over again. And then something really clicked. I felt them getting slightly easier and easier as my confidence grew and as I began to work my way up the 3-star difficulties. I think confidence can actually play a huge role in how you feel when playing a map. If I really felt like I could FC or pass a map, I would eventually break through. And those breakthroughs are what made this game feel so fucking rewarding, man. I was very exhausted from these other competitive games and feeling like I would get punished for playing well, and it would just be so demoralizing. But seeing that my failures really built up to my success in Osu, it started to make me love and appreciate this game. On day 5, I yet again set out to continue my conquest of 3-star maps. But one big thing that I noticed was that my accuracy had dropped a significant amount in the past couple of days. I was able to pass these 3-star maps, but I was having some difficulty doing things at a higher speed. One thing that I figured out that actually helped me a lot was finding the tech that I found difficult in those 3-star maps, and then finding 2-star maps with similar tech and practicing it at a slower speed. This helped me get more used to the movements and tap timing, and then it really helped me work my way back up to those 3-star maps with better accuracy. This was something that really helped me, and if you're struggling with moving up a star, I definitely recommend this. One big thing that I noticed now rewatching this footage is honestly how much smoother my movement and aim got from day 1 to here. Just looking at this progression has made me really happy. Sadly, on day 6 and 7, my internet really shit the bed. My streams were scattered and the quality was horrible. I sadly had to delete the VODs, but I still have the notes written down from when I played these days and what happened. Day 6 was really when I felt like I hit my stride. I felt like I could conquer any 3-star map that was thrown at me, and I basically completed the goal that I set out for myself on day 4, to some extent at least, as I FC'd the 3.42 star difficulty of the Chica Dance map. I know to some, this doesn't really sound that impressive, but to me, it was a big achievement. I was delighted because I remember on day 2, when I first tried that map, I thought that it was way too fast and way too difficult, and here I was FC'ing it. It was really a great time on day 6. I was just having a blast with these 3-star maps and basically being able to play anything within the mid 3-star range. I was having a ton of fun playing in these multis with the people in the chat, and honestly, I was just having fun with the game. I felt like I finally hit that point where I could just play the game without really having to be concerned about my gameplay. I didn't have to think too hard. I was able to do things that I could not do 6 days ago, and it felt great. At the end of the day, I was trying my hand at 4 stars, but I kept failing, just at the end. Until, on day 7, I passed my first 4-star map. The footage you see in the background is that play, and I wish I was recording the audio. I was so happy when this happened, and even though my AC was hot garbage, I was able to go from 2.5 stars to passing a 4-star in 7 days. This made me feel ecstatic, and even though this play is really not anything special, it made me really happy to complete. I eventually went on to FC this map, making it my first 4-star FC, which honestly makes it hold some stupid special place on my favorite maps. I originally thought I was going to play Osu during these 7 days and then put the game down and move on to whatever caught my attention next, but so far, it has really stuck with me. I have played this game so fucking much in the past 2 months, and honestly, it has all been a really good time. Now, I know this is from the perspective of a really new player, only about a month and a half in at this point, but here are some tips that I have done that helped me when getting into Osu and my beginner improvement. First off is honestly to just have fun. Pick maps that you like, and play songs that you really enjoy. Nothing else really matters as long as you're having fun. Then, make sure you find things that you struggle with doing, find maps that have those things, and practice them until you get it down. It might suck getting fucked over and over and over again by a map, But honestly, once you pass it or manage to FC it with those patterns that you struggled with before, it feels so great. This is honestly a really stupid tip, but really, just play more. I know that it seems like a stupid thing to say, and from what I can tell, that's the advice that everyone tells everyone. But if you put in the time, you will just see improvement. I would play in these multi-lobbies and get fucked by these people who were way higher rank, but I actually learned a lot from these higher ranked maps. Everyone was really nice, and I feel like it helped me learn a lot and how to read better. And also a few times that I actually hit a long stream or did some cool jump pattern, it just felt cool. Finally, if the OSU community has taught me anything, it's that if a child is better than me at a video game, they must be cheating or they simply have better genetics than me. Okay, this one's a joke, but on a serious note, from what I experienced, the OSU community was actually hella nice. Everyone was very welcoming, and of course, there will be toxic people here and there, but mostly everyone I watched stream or came into my chat were really nice people. Now, here's my one question to the more experienced OSU players out there in the community. How do you handle nerves? I've been getting to these points where I know I can FC these maps. I'll FC certain parts individually all the time. But then, the moment I get past the most difficult part of the map, I start to shake or tense up, and then I fucking shit miss on the easiest note that I've done literally dozens of times before. I hope down in the comments you can recommend some things to help with nerves. Also, here's the graph of my ranks throughout the week, if you would like to see. I went from about rank 1.4 million to 800k. I hope you all enjoyed hearing about my 7-day journey into OSU. If you would like to come join me on my next quest to just making it to as high rank as I possibly can, and hopefully passing some mid 5 to 6 stars, come follow my Twitch. I'd really appreciate it. We do multis every stream, and I will be live at least 3 times a week. My stream schedule is kind of fucked because of school, but I try. Also, I just set up a Discord. Come join the link in the description. Anyways, I really hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. I hope you are all doing well and have a wonderful rest of your day.